Hello and welcome back to the MCR. My name is Mac. With me this morning is my co-host TJ, and we're going to talk about a video I saw on YouTube. And in the video, they talk about how Kamala Harris will crush Trump by 8% nationally in this latest poll they did. Of course, the poll was they only polled leftist nut jobs, and in the comments section, I'm going to give you some comments of these people. And at first, I thought some of them were kind of funny. I thought, the way these people are stupid. But then some of them are just flat out disturbing. So I'm going to run them by TJ, and feel free to comment in the comment section as to what you think about these comments. So one of the first one I came across was, "White man here and dad of grown girls. Let's open the door and elect the first woman president this year. Elect and protect. Harris Waltz 2024. A landslide could be fun too. Kamala's good." What say you about that comment?
Well, one, right off the bat, I have to question his sincerity. Aside from the fact I question the accuracy, but you know what? Maybe it was some snowflake in the city of New York or something.
Well, what I found interesting is he had to quantify himself as a white man.
Oh yeah,
so, the good bad guy.
Yeah, really.
So yeah, and then he makes the comment about electing a woman. Why does having female genitalia make you qualified to be president, or male genitalia for that matter?
And I've always said, I'd take a Margaret Thatcher over a Biden any day.
Absolutely. Dozens of women come to mind.
Oh yeah.
All right,
really.
we'll move on to the next one. "This is serious. We cannot allow a rapist and convicted felon in the White House. We need to vote." A rapist. Has Donald Trump been convicted of rape?
Nope. And
has he even been charged with rape?
And this is based on some ludicrous accusation from a woman who can't even remember what year, what month, what day, what time, what location, other than it happened some point, and she wants a bunch of money so she can go shopping.
Let me ask you this: if you got raped, might you remember when it was?
Well, you know what? I got shot, and I remember the month, the day of the week, the year. I'm not exactly sure of the exact date because it was one of two Wednesdays, we'll say. But you know what? I pretty much remember it. I remember where I was. I remember it was 10:15 at night. You know what I'm saying?
So here's what I would say in regard to that comment. He hasn't been charged with a rape. He hasn't been convicted of a rape. I'll tell you who else has been accused of a rape: Bill Clinton. And I'll bet this jackhole voted for him twice.
Yeah.
Also, he's been accused of being a banger of 12-year-old girls. So, we don't need any people like that in the White House either.
You know what? Lest we forget his showering arrangements, President Biden's showering arrangements with his daughter.
Accused by his daughter of being a pedophile. But we don't want a rapist in there, but pedophiles are just perfectly fine for this idiot. So I'm going to move on to the next one. "I'm 80, and I've never seen hope like this in my lifetime. And yet hope means nothing unless you and I and everyone we know physically turn out and vote. Vote Harris Waltz." What is it exactly he's hoping for?
Honestly, I don't even know how to combat that idiocy. I just, it's people who just haven't come to terms with reality. No.
All right, here I'll move on to the next one. "What a breath of fresh air. Kamala Harris and Tim Waltz are bringing happiness, joy, laughs, consistency, and certainly experience." Yeah, what has she experienced at? Okay. She's gone down more than the stock market.
Yes.
We're watching from Canada. I always like how Canada always feels the need to chirp into our elections. You know what? Mind your own damn socialist business, bitch. We're watching from Canada, and we like what we see. Vote blue, America. Trump is only bringing chaos, fear, sadness, and complete incompetence. You were fooled once in 2016. Don't fall for it again. First off, again, that's a nothing country. No one.
Well,
You think Vladimir Putin is sitting up at night worried about, oh, if we move into Ukraine, what will Canada do?
all I can think is, oh, Canada.
The land of inconsequential opinions.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. Trump is already in a total meltdown. Now the desperation will really set in. I don't see any meltdown, and I certainly don't see any desperation. I think he thinks he's going to win, and I think he thinks he's going to win, and I think he knows he needs to win probably by 8-10% that they claim she's going to win by, because these damn people are going to cheat like hell, just like they have in the past, like they have since 1960 at least.
Well, speaking of desperation, that's why they had to dump him and try.
Right?
her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they've become that desperate. If you want to talk,
And they're
about
talking about
desperation.
democracy. They just took about 15 million votes and flushed them down the toilet and installed who they had to keep the money, because anyone else, no one else other than Michelle Obama could have made a serious run at this.
Yeah.
All right. So here's this one. This is one of my favorites, actually. Even if you are a conservative, please vote for all the MAGAs out of government so we can come back to a real conservative party with the interest of the U.S. and the American people at heart.
That's how can that person even be conservative?
They aren't.
Yeah,
they're saying even if you're a conservative, don't you know that as a conservative you just need to adopt all of their Marxist policies? I mean, do you even know what the word means? All right, so here's another one. This is a good one too. Joyful, joyful warriors, we won't go back. Tired of the hate, angered, and cult lies. Cult lies? These people are the epitome of a cult. Look at all the lies in the previous comments I've read.
Yeah, they, all their trickery and tomfoolery when it comes to, well, that's why we call it electoral anomalies, because they're so on the up and up there.
Yeah, right. So, and I'll do one last one here. Biden's sacrificial passing of the torch to Kamala gives us hope. The decent, inspiring, joyous Tim Walz is icing on the cake. Shit cake. But nothing matters unless we win. Turn out the vote.
Well, there's nothing passing of the torch. You know what? If there was a torch, they snatched it out of his hands. That's what they did.
Yeah, out of his cold, dead hand.
Yeah. The word is he's still bitter that he was taken off the ticket.
He was forced out. Yep.
So
the rumor is Obama went to him. The rumor is Obama went to him and said, "Listen, you either drop out, or Kamala is going to 25th Amendment your ass, and you're going to be removed from office, and your legacy is going to be ruined." And so he didn't really have a choice because, his legacy is really important to him.
And they're that party is of such fine moral fiber. The one VP candidate that might have really complicated things for us wasn't even put on the ticket because of his Jewish ethnicity.
Right.
I mean, because you can look at it two ways. They chose Tim Walz because from the Democrat perspective, he did no harm. But you know what? In doing no harm, other than the Democrat platform, he didn't do any good because.
Well, he's done plenty of harm to the people in Minnesota.
Yeah, my point being is, they may have just given away Pennsylvania to us by not picking.
Right. Well, they were worried that they might lose Minnesota because they, Biden has taken a somewhat, although he keeps flip-flopping, a pro-Israel stance in regards to Hamas. And
they might have lost Michigan too, if they had picked
right,
Shapiro.
Exactly. So they want the pro-terrorist organization candidates. That's who they want in there. So,
yeah.
So all of these nut jobs and delusional mofos that commented in that video, and there are hundreds of comments similar to these. I just thought you and the audience might find some of these delusions interesting. So with that, we'll wrap up. As we always say, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.